piece-wise with the aging buildings. I assume that what I'm about to speak to is sort of system-wide. Number one is the water is turned off in PS22 as well, and I was informed that there's potential lead in the water. It's been turned off since the fall, and if the Poland, I think it's Poland Spring, it's a private, it's like water gets delivered. If there's like one Friday, the water wasn't delivered on time, so it missed out. And so the teachers, the students, the staff, they presumably go without drinkable water, and I think that's a real issue. It's not a good situation. The second thing is the street behind. So I guess what I'm asking is if we could be informed about what's being done currently with the water issue for PS22, but for any other school that's dealing with this issue. The second thing is there's the busing on Halliday behind PS22. It's kind of a dangerous situation, and the principal, who is great, by the way, I love PS22, I love everything about it, so I just want to get that out there. The busing is, for me as a parent, I drop my daughter off each day, and I can see the pre-K teachers doing yeoman's work. They have such care, and the people who drive the bus and the aides who are on the bus, they all do yeoman's work to kind of shepherd those kids off the bus and into the building. But I think there's an effort within the school, the principal informed me of this, and there's a committee to work with the city to close off that street for an hour, at least in the afternoon, and then also potentially in the morning. And I just wanted to ask if the Board of Ed could help with that, just because I think, it's a liability to the district and to the city to have cars that, they're basically, Halliday is sort of a parallel street to Pacific to get down to Communipaw. So you sometimes get drivers racing by, and it's just a risky situation. I think it's in everyone's best interest to see if that blocking off an hour, the street for an hour could happen. And then finally, the heating is an issue within the classrooms. And again, the principal Velez has been excellent. He actually has, I think, for at least one of the classrooms, gotten a valve that can be placed on the radiator that can help regulate the heat. And I know after spending even a half hour in a classroom, I come out and I need a Tylenol because it's so hot and it can be so dry. And I think, again, for someone working in the building for 8 hours, it's just a difficult situation. And I would ask that, again, citywide, if there's any kind of facilities-wide systemic, effort to, I assume there is, but I just want to understand what that is, and as a parent, if I can do anything to help. The second thing I just want to speak about is the pre-K facility, which a couple of other people have mentioned, and I wrote an article about this, which I sent to some of you. I've researched it. I have real concerns about, the lack of transparency from the city. I have concerns about what appears to me, and I'll say this as a parent, what appears to me to be the city sort of strong-arming the Board of Ed and trying to kind of use education dollars for what appears to be a private developer in Penrose. I actually drove over to the Penrose development, and that pre-K facility is not yet built. So in my opinion, it's kind of like asking the Board of Ed to effectively finance a pre-K facility before it's built is like asking a homeowner to sign a to basically sign a mortgage on a property that they have no terms for. I mean, as I understand it, there's no documentation from the city. From the public perspective, again, as a parent, as someone who's researched this to write an article, there's just very little transparent from the city as to the terms here. And I just want to register my concern with the board and register my gratitude that you're pushing back on this. I think I really do appreciate. I don't think it's an easy fight to have rhetoric in the papers between the mayor and the Board of Ed. And quite frankly, it's one way from the mayor to the Board of Ed, in my opinion. And I just don't like it. I think it's toxic, and I love what we're happening. My daughter's experience is so positive. My son is entering the system next year, and I want this to be the best possible school system. I want to help, and I think a lot of other people probably want to help as well. And to the extent that with sunshine and with sort of the facts out there that we can help. And I guess one specific question I have is, has the Board of Ed received a written response to their March 5th offer to Penrose? Have they received an offer from the Jersey City Housing Authority or Penrose? I would like to understand that if we could. Thank you very much.